I recently was sent a video, kind of a cultural video, framing kind of masculine men's rights kind of context. And it was about how single dads are better than single mums, statistically, if you look at the outcomes for children. And the more I looked at it, the more that claim seems to be true. And it took me a while to sort of digest it. And it's a good example of, like, I think it's true. I think single dads are, statistically, it does seem to be true. The outcomes for children who are raised by single parent households, the single dads seem to do better than the single mums. But, like, it's silly to infer from that dads are better parents, or they have some moral, or they're more important, or they have some special moral quality that the women don't. Like, it's just that children tend to be more of the mother than the father, particularly when they're young, and the men kind of select for, like, to become a single dad successfully and to stick around and get the children. You kind of have to be above average already. Like, it's a kind of there's a selection bias, and it's just the differences of the sexes. Like a parade of stepfathers is worse than a parade of stepmothers, if the single parent can't get their shit together. And also, as a friend of mine pointed out, like, men will sleep with almost anyone, like, at some level. Like, so, crazy or psycho or like unwell women who don't make good mates will still get lots of sex if they want it. Whereas you sort of crazy loser men, they don't get laid so easy. So it's just much easier for mad women to end up with babies. It's just because they're women. They make the babies. And I think it's very likely that there's more good single mums than single dads, because there's just more single mums. But if you pluck out just a single, like, if this is just an example of how you can pluck out, like, a single fact and use it to make a pretty extraordinary political claim. And it's ugly. This is what culture war does. It's like how to make facts work against you, It's like you might have the facts, but they're driving the wrong attachments. They're activating you emotionally. More and more politics seems to me to be not a joystick, but something you grab thinking it's a joystick, but it turns out to be like the arm of this hideous behemoth that's flying through space, and suddenly your legs are flying out behind you as your leg can barely hold on, and you end up deposited somewhere far from you where you intended, and you probably actually didn't move the dial at all. Just produce more chaos and misunderstanding.